athletes from Team GB have returned to a hero's welcome after winning 65 medals at the Paris Games.
And one of the absolute standout moments of the whole Games was that final of the women's quadruple sculls when Great Britain's rowers had that dramatic photo finish. We'll speak to them in a minute, but let's just remember. Oh, my goodness.
It never gets old. We are joined by Olympic gold medalists Lauren Henry, Lola Anderson, Georgina Brayshaw and Hannah Scott. A very good morning to you. Hannah, watching that, I just said as we were watching it, do you ever think this time when I watch it we're not going to win? And you said, yeah.
Yeah, I think watching it back, it's a bit close for comfort for us.
Yeah.
Because in our heads, I think when we were in that moment, we were kind of thinking to ourselves, we've got this.
Oh, did you think?
Yeah, I think people get quite surprised by that. But for us, I think we were just delivering our race plan that day, and we were in the boat. Lauren's looking out to tell us where we're at, and I'm keeping an eye too. But for us, we knew that we were just keeping calm. You never panic in an emergency. So we were kind of like of the belief that we were going to get there in the end. And I think when we watched it back, we were like, oh my gosh. But
so in that moment, Lauren, were you pretty sure it was yours? Because you sort of celebrated straight away.
In the bow seat, I get a really good view of like where we are with other boats, and that's one of the really cool things about that seat. So I kind of felt we went over the line about 10, 20 centimetres ahead of the Dutch, because I can kind of tell from where we are with her. So I did wait, and there is a separate scoreboard for us until I started celebrating, because I was like, I don't want to celebrate before I know we've won. But yeah, I kind of felt that we'd cross the line. But
it's actually how we race. We have a really good finish, and we did it at the World Championships last year. And I think the main thing for us, and Hannah and Lola did this so well, they kept the belief in the boat, and I'm in the stroke seat, so I actually don't know where we are. My job is to just look forward and do as I'm told and like set the rhythm. They told us that we could do it, and they said the Dutch, they're slowing down, and so you know that their calls were really helpful to be like, right, we need to go now. And yeah, we have a good finish, so confident.
Yeah, it's so interesting to hear that there's that level of open communication going on between you.
It's always chattering.
You're chatting, really?
Yeah, I mean, rowing is like a massive team sport, and so with that comes like the importance of communication. So Hannah does most of the talking in the boat, because we have to sort of spread that out, because it's tiring rowing, and so you can't just be talking mid-race and then sort of get to the end and be like, well, how could we have got faster? So yeah, there's a lot of communication going on the boat, and everyone does their bit to make sure the team goes smoothly.
And however confident you were that, yeah, I think we've got it, that wait for the final, to see it up there on the board and to know for sure, what was that like?
Yeah, it must have only been 5 seconds, and for me, it seemed like forever. And then I saw it first, so I like pointed and was like, look, and then there's these photos of like on the finish line where you can see the moment that every single person passed out on the boat and found out, and it is just, I love looking back at them. It's just so special.
And what I loved about watching everyone standing on the podium was the culmination of years and years of dedication and hard work.
This was, she'll probably never walk again. She'll probably never even feed herself again. This is like bad. But I never take someone telling me that I can't do something lightly, you know, and I was just determined to get back to the normal Georgie as a teenager. I've got 3 brothers and a twin, so I had lots of people to kind of lots of things to work towards all around me all the time. Yeah, and I just don't like it when people say I can't do something. And you know, I tried out for Start, the programme that I got into rowing on, and I didn't get on the first time, so I was back again a year later, trying again. I just hate it when people tell me I can't do something, and I love proving people wrong and just showing people actually I can do anything I want to do. Yeah, and it's taken me to Olympic gold, and that's pretty cool.
Not bad.
So when you feel the weight of that around your neck, and you look down and you see it after everything you went through, what's that like?
It's really emotional. Watching the race back, like again, I'm like, oh my God, are we going to win? Are we going to win? But I cry. Like, it's just, I'm just so proud of what I've done, what we've done as a crew, like how we've all bonded. These 3 girls are like the best people ever, and it's such a team. Yeah, it's great. And my journey is just, I hope it can inspire other people to never let people say that you can't do something because you absolutely can.
Georgie, where does that resilience come from? Or who does it come from? That, you know, the fact that you were just not prepared to give in?
I don't know. It's how I was born. I just hate people telling me that I can't do something. Probably
The whole family like that? Or?
Yeah, I've got 3 very successful. I've got doctor, PhD, you know, in the family, and 3 very successful brothers. So probably I just never like being left behind by anything. And having a twin, actually a funny story. 3 of us have got twins in the boat, so it probably makes you quite competitive.
What about synchronised swimming?
There's a lot of them. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of synchronised swimmers that are twins.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning, but isn't that extraordinary about the number? So who's got a twin?
Not me.
And do you row together as well?
Hannah's our extra though.
Yeah. She could join
Yeah, honorary.
Yes.
I wonder whether being a twin means you sort of always competing in a sense.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something to that?
I had a twin sister as well, so we were always, everything we were doing together, and we were always trying to beat each other at everything, and we actually rowed together for a little bit, and in a double, and when we were sort of 14, 15, and it just always ended in arguments and tears, so that didn't really work.
There's competitiveness with a sibling, with a twin, but I guess it's also about teamwork, isn't it? It's about working together. We're in a boat. That's the ultimate. No?
Teamwork with my twin brother, probably not. No, he's lovely. Sorry. I'm gonna get in trouble now. No. Yeah,
Have you seen
twin
him yet?
brother. Yeah, he came out.
Oh,
He came
great.
out. My whole family came out. My friends, everyone came out. But no, I think having like siblings and support and like family around you at all times will like make you stronger. It doesn't have to be your family. It doesn't have to be like the set support group that everyone else has. But I think every single person that's helped us get these medals like deserves that recognition. That, you know, we don't just get there on our own. We don't just get there by luck. Like, we have taken a journey that has been led like by others before us, and we're really, really lucky to be here today.
But I guess it's about when things go wrong as well as when things go right. It's having that support network and bouncing back.
Yeah, I think it's not always, it's great to be talking today about our gold medals, but I went to the Olympics in Tokyo and came 7th. So definitely after that, coming back and having to really reevaluate whether I wanted to do it all again. I think that I've been really lucky to like find us as a crew and have a really successful like time together in our boat, but sport isn't always that way, and I think sport can teach us a lot of really valuable lessons in terms of resilience and bouncing back from. We've all not had a smooth journey, and I don't think that it's all great that we can stand here today and like hold our gold medals and say thank you to everyone, but we really do mean thank you to everyone that picked us up off the ground, the multiple countless times that we've had our rough patches, because it's elite sport, like things happen, you know.
And what's it going to be like going home? Have you sort of embraced normal life yet?
I'm really looking forward to going home. I haven't seen some of my family yet. I haven't seen my twin sister yet, or my grandparents, and even though my parents and my aunt and uncle and so many people out there supporting me, I'm really looking forward to going home and seeing them and giving them a big hug and being able to like share the moment with them.
I'm on a flight home at midday. So.
And you've not been home yet until midday? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get back.
Thanks for dropping in to see us.
We've all there.
And I always think with athletes, what are the things that you've not been allowed to do that you will now be letting yourself off the hook for?
Staying awake past 9 p.m.
Really?
Not getting up at 5:30.
Oh, no, we've been doing that.
We haven't yet. We've been rehearsing. We're ready.
Feel fresh as a daisy.
They're doing a breakfast television interview is the perfect way of transitioning back.
You've got my body clock right back on schedule again.
Sorry. I mean, great as it'll be to see your families, and it's going to be weird to be apart from one another, isn't it, after the intensity of Paris?
We spent a day apart and we just couldn't stand it, so we've come back together for this.
Last night.
It is weird because you spent like the past 2 months with each other. We had training camp, and then we had the build up into actually leaving for Paris, where we have to stay in a hotel together. Don't have to, we love to. and then we go to the Olympics, and then you're there, and the past week when we've just been out and about in Paris, we've been able to see and do things with each other, and now all of a sudden we are going to go our separate ways for a little bit. But I think we'll just be on the group chat.
We'll be back together on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, that's not long.
We've got homecoming.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That really goes,
Oh, yeah, that's here. It's Manchester.
Yeah, it's in Manchester.
Great. Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be good to see.
You know, the weirdest thing about being here last night and staying in a hotel is we all had separate rooms, and it's like weird not to share a room with our
always share
teammates.
rooms, yeah.
We always
Lonely.
share rooms,
Yeah.
and it was quite lonely.
We know each other like inside out.
We could have bunked you up and saved some money.
No, you're all right.
You're all right. I can get used to it quite easily.
So good to see you all. Many, many congratulations on behalf of everybody
you.
watching.
Thank
You've given us all big smiles and great to see those medals. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us that moment. It was a real buzz. Thanks, guys.
John's got the rest of this morning's sport.
Yeah,
Morning.
follow that, John.
Yes, I know. I'm loving all the bling in the studio this morning. It's great.